Assalamualaikum and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hi, my name is Arina and I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I achieve this look using the makeup products that I use daily. These are the products that I almost never mention in my video. Most of these makeup are from the drugstore, honestly, and I really trust this makeup product, and I already used this one for more than a month. So yeah, if you are interested to know what they are, just keep on watching. Okay, as always, I like to start off my makeup with the eyebrow parts. I already prepped my face with skincare and I'm currently using a local brand which is Orin Hydra Bright Moisturizer. I did a post about this product on my Instagram. I will link it in the description box below. It's such a great product. It has niacinamide in there, it has hyaluronic acid, and I think has vitamin C as well, which helps to brighten up any dark spots on your face. You can check this out. For the brows, I always alternate between these two. This is my top two favorites eyebrow product. One is the Stay Genius Super Fine Eyebrow Pencil. This is the one with the rounded tip one. It's very fine and very tiny. It's very helpful if you want to achieve that full hair strokes, especially on the front part of your brows. And the other one is from the drugstore, which is Silky Girl Expert Brow Slim Liner, and this is in the shade dark brown. I will link everything that I use in this video in the description box below. Today, I think I'm gonna use the Stay Genius one because the Silky Girl one is highly pigmented and it has a almost waxy formula, whereas the super fine eyebrow pencil from Stay Genius is very subtle and it is not as pigmented as the Silky Girl one, and you have more control with the super fine Stay Genius. But if you have sparse eyebrows and you need to cover a lot of area on your brows, I think the Silky Girl one will be nice for you. Both of them has spoolie at one end and both of them has a decent tip size, but if I were to compare between these two, I think the Stay Genius one has a slightly smaller tip, but it's not that big of a difference. So let's start with the brows without further rambling. So I don't think I'm gonna zoom you guys in because this is not tutorial, it's just like me showing you guys the products that I'm currently using. So that's pretty much for the brows. It's very fast. Even if I put a lot of pressure, it doesn't deposit a lot of pigment, which is nice. And then I sometimes like to add some more color or make my brow darker. With that, I always use the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Mascara. I love this one because it has tiny fibers. I don't mind fibers on my eyebrows, but I kinda am a bit concerned if I use on my lashes. It's in the shade 02 Brownie Brows. They only have two shades, by the way. I love this one because it has a very tiny spoon, so I like to brush them upwards. This is kind of an alternative to the soap, but it doesn't hold the brow upwards that long. And after that, as always, I like to clean up the outer edge using a concealer, and the concealer that I'm currently using is the Wardah Lightening Liquid Concealer, and this is in the shade 02 Beige. This is such an amazing concealer. If you haven't checked this out, I highly recommend you guys to do so because this is comparable to the high-end concealer I have, such as the Too Faced Born This Way, because it has a medium to full coverage and the consistency, pigmentation, and how it blends, and it also is really easy to work with. The price is also very cheap. It has a decent amount of playtime. It doesn't really dry that fast. I also will use the same concealer as my eye primer. I almost never use like an actual eye primer because I feel like concealer does the same thing. And for eyeshadow, I always grab for the Catrice eyeshadow, and the one that I always go for is the Catrice Addicted to Chocolate eyeshadow palette, and this is what it looks inside. As you can see, I already heat pan on this shade here. This is like my go-to shade whenever I don't know what eye look I want to do on that day, and this is such a basic palette, a neutral or a warm tone palette. The pigmentation is marvelous. The mattes is so beautiful. It's easy to blend. It's very pigmented. Same goes to the shimmer. Let me just swatch it. Look at that. The shimmer is very nice, and it is such an affordable palette. And the other palette also from Catrice is the Addicted to Berries palette, and this is what it looks like inside. It's a berry tone, but it's not too warm in my opinion, because some of these shades are more on the cooler side. Also, it has some shimmer option over here. And for today, I'm gonna just do my go-to look. First, I'm gonna take the shade Caramel over here, which is the shade that I already heat pan on. And like I said, if I over apply the shade, I always clean this one first. I always grab this milk shade here and just buff towards the eyebrow. Today I think I'm gonna deepen the outer corner, so I'm gonna take a smaller brush. All of the eye brushes that I use today are the brushes that I sell in my shop, so if you want to grab them, I will link everything in the description box. With this brush, I'm gonna take the deeper tone in here, which is the shade Brownie, and just applying it on the outer part of my eye, like so, just to deepen that part. And then I'm grabbing the previous brush and just buff it out. I think I'm gonna take some of the shade Caramel together with the shade Milk and apply it on up here. For eyeliner, this is my Ride or Die eyeliner, which is the Maybelline Hyper Sharp Power Black in the shade Black. I think they only have one shade, and this is such a good eyeliner. If you love brush tip, it's black. This eyeliner never failed me. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Okay, that's pretty much it for the eyes. I think this eyeliner is a bit chubbier than this side, but that's fine. So let's move on to the face part. For the primer, I always grab Catrice Fresh It Up primer because I feel like this is a great hydrating primer, and also it's a addition to your skincare kinda, because some of Catrice primers do have great ingredients in there. And I'm almost out of this primer as well. As you can see, I already squeeze it out until the end. I'm gonna let the primer sit into my skin for like maybe 2 minutes, and we're gonna apply foundation next. For foundation, I also have two options. One is for a natural medium coverage look, which is the PIXY Make It Glow Dewy Cushion. I'm almost finished this foundation. I already flip it around and use the foundation on the other side. And the other full coverage option that I have with me is the Wet n Wild foundation. This is in the shade Golden Beige, and the PIXY one, I have it in the shade Neutral Beige 201. So today I'm going to use this foundation because I feel like whenever I use the foundation, I feel like my skin looks flawless even though I know I have makeup on. So this foundation is a bit messy because it has a spatula, so you have to do like this. I'm gonna just buff it out using a buffing brush. I like to start on the areas where I feel like I have more darkness or dark spot, and then I'll go to the areas where I have less pigmentation, should I say. You guys, I forgot to press record for the concealer, but I did use the Wardah liquid concealer, and this is in shade Beige. And this is such a great concealer. I think I will insert a mini clip of me using it next time. And for the face, I did use the Catrice Light Illusion Powder, and this is in the shade Yellow Matte. I already did a review on this comparing it to the translucent one. If you want to watch it, I will link it up here. But this is such a great powder, and it doesn't leave any white cast. And even though it's a yellow powder, it doesn't really translate the yellow onto your face. Even though yellow powder is supposed to brighten up the face, I don't think it does that, because this one for me does help to set the face, and I don't think it really brighten up the face that much. But yeah, I did already set my face and also under eyes using the same powder, and this is the only powder that I used on the daily if I do my makeup. After that, I will continue to finish up the eye makeup, and I will use this palette. It's very simple for the eyes. Okay, firstly I will take the caramel shade which I buff all over my eyelid. I will run this shade across the lower lash line. Pick up the brownie shade, which is the deeper brown shade, and just applying it on the outer part. I will take the same brush, but I did like wipe the extra product away and buff the two shades together like so. And that's pretty much for the eyes before we finish it up with the mascara. Let's continue with the face part, and I'm gonna also use palette from Catrice. This is Powerful Elegance palette, and I think this one is in the medium shade, and they do have 3 different options. One is for deeper skin tone and the other one is for lighter skin tone, and this is what it looks like inside. It makes me so happy when I hit pan on these 2 shades, and this is actually the only 2 shades that I use from this palette. With this palette, for this bronzer shade specifically, you can go ham with it because it's not too pigmented. You can build up the pigmentation. I always skip blusher nowadays, but if I feel that I want to use blusher on that day, I will use the NYX Professional Makeup Sweet Cheeks palette, and this is what it looks like inside. It has so many options in that. All of the others are matte except for these 2. So for today, I think I'm gonna use this one over here. The pigmentation for this blusher depends on the shades. Some of the shades are pigmented and some of it you can build it up. Then for highlighter, I'm gonna go back to the Catrice Powerful Elegance palette, and of course I'm gonna grab this one. This is more like a matte highlighter. If you like that look, you have the option over here. This is a shimmery highlighter, but I don't think it emphasizes my texture that much, so a little bit goes a long way. I love it because it reflects backlight really nicely. And I'm gonna use the same highlighter to highlight the tip of my nose and my nose bridge, also my inner corner, and also my brow bone. Okay guys, we almost finished our face makeup, and before I apply mascara and also lip product, I'm gonna show you guys the setting spray that I'm currently using. I use the Catrice HD Active Performance Freezing Spray, but I stopped using it because I find that it stings my eyes if I apply it too much. But this is a good drugstore setting spray option, and yeah, it has kind of like a cooling sensation after you spray in your face. It does hold up the makeup for hours. I just switched to the Rimmel Insta Fix and Glow 2-in-1. Also, it has a decent spray or spritzer, but between these 2, I think this one does hold up the makeup quite well compared to this. And for lips, this is honestly my ride or die liquid lipstick or lip product in general. Actually, I only use the more like neutral and subtle colors, but I also use the like a deeper brown shade, which I think I'm gonna use today. The color option from the lip clays are very wearable and suitable for everyday look. It's not too crazy. For today's lip color, I'm gonna use 2 colors. For the center, I'm gonna use the shade 002, which is a dark or deep brown shade, and for the outer perimeter, I'm gonna use the shade 101, which is a very light pinky brown shade. This shade is very rich and I love it so much. If you want to watch me swatching all the shades, I will link it up here. I have 3 separate videos. The first video like a first impression and also a overall review for the lip product. The other 2 videos are me swatching all of the shades, and the last video that I did for this lip glaze are the like additional shades. So yeah, this is the shade. I love the formula. It suits the name. It's clayish or moussey. Okay, I also love to do full freckles. I only have 3 beautiful spots actually, the real ones, which is over under my nose, on my nose bridge, and also under my eyes here. but the other areas, especially on the cheeks here, are actually bumps on my face. And finally, the mascara. This is also my ride or die mascara, which is the Revlon So Fierce mascara. This has a silicone bristles, but I find it not too like pokey feeling, and I love the formula so much. It holds up my stubborn short lashes. Even after 5 hours wearing this mascara, it still holds or curls up my lashes. Okay guys, this is the final look. Hopefully you'll enjoy this video. I'm sorry I haven't really been active in YouTube because like I said, I have a small business. I'm planning to do like a vlog, but I don't know if you guys interested to watch that because my house is kind of messy. I sell thrifted clothes, so there's a lot of clothes in my house. So yeah, thank you so much you guys for watching this video. Everything that I today, like I said, I will link in the description box below. Any related videos that I mentioned in this video will be in the description box and also in the eye above. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I really appreciate if you can subscribe because I do a lot of makeup tutorial, reviews, hauls, anything related to makeup. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I hope I see you guys in my next one. Bye. Assalamualaikum. それによってあなたたちは苦しさから解き放たれるのです。